Welcome back. I've been having a blast in Warframe lately. There is an expansion coming out this year, no release date yet, called Plains of Eidolon, which adds an open world map to the game, which is a huge risk for Digital Extremes, as this is the first time that it's been done in Warframe. But here's the catch. From what I was told without people spoiling things for me, players need to have finished all of the quests in Warframe to fight the Eidolons, which are these huge bosses on the map in the expansion that comes out at night. That means I have a ton of work to do. I decided to start again with a fresh character, Excalibur, because previously I followed a guide that didn't give the best advice. So I decided that this was a good time to kick that habit. Time to get back to figuring things out on my own. Note this smooth segue into what I wanted to tell you. If you didn't know, I've been recuperating from triple pneumonia and the side effects of having triple pneumonia. It's been quite the journey. I was misdiagnosed, finding out that I'm part Asian. I had no idea because the meds I was taking didn't work for me, but was known not to work for Asians. Almost died. Yeah, it's been quite the journey. When I recorded the footage that you're watching now, I had found out earlier in the day that I do not have to have the fluid in my lungs drained. Actually, one lung. My body is healing itself. I was so worried that because most times when people have that procedure done, it's like a Band-Aid and that it has to be repeated over time. That makes it a pre-existing condition, which I've been trying to avoid like the plague due to the current state of affairs regarding insurance in the United States. So, all the tests aren't back yet, but enough came back where he made the decision. And he also said, tests never come back with, oh, yay. There was some, and he said that I have a vitamin deficiency, which was expected, that I need to work on because cough and keeping food down doesn't work all that well. I lost a lot of muscle tone, so I have to get my muscle strength back and my flexibility back because working out, moving around, going out, doing things, coughing, that's not a good mix either. And my blood pressure is high. Not dangerously high, but it's high. I'm not being treated for it now because it could be due to me being stressed out about knowing whether I'd have to have my lung drained. So, basically, I need to pull a Rocky style comeback right now to get my body healthy again, which puts me right where millions of other people are. So, it's back to some normalcy, and I like that. So I bet you're wondering what this has to do with Warframe. Well, since I'm much better than I was, I've been revisiting games trying to find out what I truly like. Because when you go through an experience like that, I'm not saying your morals and ethics change, but at least for me, I changed what I like, what I didn't like, why I was doing things. So Warframe was one of those games that I couldn't adequately play because of the cough from the side effects of having the fluid in my lungs from the pneumonia. Coughing and shooters don't mix. There were games that I started and never finished because the coughing that I did killed the fun factor, and it would show in the videos. Warframe was one of those games. Now, I won't lie. I did have a gripe with Warframe. I know the game is called Warframe, but I prefer when I play a game that the things that I do in the game matters. And I know it's egotistical, but the truth is that the Warframe wouldn't be shit without me behind the scenes making all the decisions, but the Warframes, whichever one I was playing at the time, would get all the credit. Like I didn't do anything. But that's changing. I was looking at a developer stream a while back, and my eyes almost popped out of my head when I saw whoever was playing. I don't remember who was playing. But their tune popped out of their Warframe, and you could see that there was a person inside the frame. I was in heaven. But even though I tried, I couldn't effectively play the game because of my cough. So this time through, since I'm not coughing as much because I don't have so much fluid in my lungs, I'm going to hit up the wiki or check out a guide when I'm banging my head up against the wall on something. But other than that, it's time to rise and try to figure things out on my own, especially since I intend to get caught up and play the content when it comes out the first time, like normal people do. Another thing I like about this game, I don't start over from scratch. Here goes my ego again, but I like the journey of being weak, turning into a badass, particularly now since it's hitting close to home in real life. It's inspiring. So I don't like it when game mechanics force that grind on me of starting over to progress. I don't like going backwards in anything. And that's kind of my issue with Path of Exile. Every couple of months, you gotta start over again from scratch. I love what they did with their expansion, making out the new acts, and you'll see that on the channel. But every couple of months, starting a new character, no. Now, Guild Wars 2 has a different approach. It's an MMORPG. Their max level is 80, period. But new expansions add new skills and features to the game. There's no need to start from level 1. Matter of fact, they gave you a boost to hit you to 80 because that's when the game starts. And that's the way it should be. You've done all of this shit as a foundation to get to end game. Do not force me to go back. That makes no sense. And then you have games like WoW that makes your character dumb. You don't lose levels, but it gets stupid for some reason. So you lose ability and skills. You go from 20 to 5. It makes no sense. With Warframe, my tune progresses like an RPG. It turns from weak waking up into a badass. And then as I go into this journey of being ultra powerful, then I guess it's an operator that's inside the Warframe, me doing all of this is actually getting some props. I like that. Now that doesn't mean that nothing gets nerfed. I'm sure that it does. But I haven't seen yet where, like in WoW, I lose half of my abilities and I get stupid. I haven't seen that. And Warframe is not like Eve, where I patiently wait for a door to open that never will. Warframe is evolving and actively taking risks to be able to compete with current games, hence the open world map. They dare to take risks, and the story, from what I'm told, blends well with the changes. It makes sense. The progression makes sense. There's a reason for the progression. When you're having fun? When the mission ends, but you're still killing things. This was a capture mission that I finished. I captured the person 10 minutes ago, on top of how long I've been talking right now, and I decided to record it because I could have left. But then why leave all this loot behind? I need resources. That's when you know that you're having fun. I wanted to record this because I was having fun. I could have left. I could have ended the mission, which is what a lot of veterans do. But no, I'm a noob. I'm enjoying this. But what really nailed it for me was watching their last dev stream. They were showing some features in the game, the expansion, and originally a developer wasn't going to sit in, but Steve decided to sit in. And after they got settled and the gameplay started, Steve, who was quietly watching, would get this glint in his eye, and he'd start taking notes. When he was done, he'd raise his head up again, and quietly, with that semi-smile on his face, soak in what he was watching. And then again, when he saw something that he didn't like, could be improved, got a cool idea, I don't know, I'm not a mind reader, he'd drop his head again and start taking notes. It's been a long time since I've seen that look on a dev's face. It's the I genuinely care about this game look, and it was beautiful to watch, and that's what nailed it for me. You see, no game is perfect, and devs can't please everyone. It's impossible. There will come a time when DE puts a mechanic in the game or a feature in the game that will make me want to pull my hair out, or I think is so mind-numbingly dumb. But you know what? Seeing that genuine caring will make it an easier pill to swallow. And I'm going to keep an eye out for that look of genuine caring to see if it goes away. You can tell when a dev, or anyone for that matter, loses passion for what they do. It shows. I'm still deciding what I want to put on the channel. As far as Warframe, personally, I want all the planet quests for myself, opening up all the nodes for the first time, so that I can look back, because that's my journey in Warframe, and talk about, whatever. Definitely the boss fights and the major quest lines. Since I'm a lore lover, that will probably be my primary focus, but I'm not sure yet. Warframe is a completionist's dream. I would love to develop a story around the game, but I've learned my lesson. I need to play through the game first so I know the story, so that I can create a story, so that the game story doesn't jack my story. I learned from Dragon Age Inquisitions, so I look forward to that. So that's it for this one. I wanted to let you know that I'm doing much better and how much I've been enjoying Warframe. While I have a backlog of single-player games I intend to catch up and put on the channel, look forward to lots of Warframe content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.